Hello, I'm Helen, the dyer behind Pixel Sheep Fiber.
And I'm R.M. Seidler, the author to the Key to Time series.
And welcome to Quills and Needles, the first ever episode.
The
first. So pull up a chair, you're knitting, your beverage of choice, and prepare to be amused.
So, Helen, what are you drinking today?
For all of you, we are recording this at about 8:45 at night. And yes, I am drinking an Americano that I've been working on since about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Because kids. And no, I'm not worried about the caffeine because also kids. I can sleep literally. Caffeine does nothing for me anymore. I live on it, but it doesn't affect my ability to go to sleep should I want to go to sleep. So I am having a lovely
I'm so jealous.
At 9 o'clock at night. It's great. What about you, Becca?
Well,
what do you have?
Since a little bit of caffeine after 4 p.m. keeps me up all night, I am drinking a chai rooibos decaf tea.
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
So I can go in an hour and a half.
I could go sleep in an hour and a half too with lots of caffeine, but I'm special.
Aww.
Yeah. All right. So, guess we might as well start with the knitting portion of this podcast. And what are you working on, Becca?
So right now I'm working on a swatch. This is actually my first swatch with needles in the round, so this has been kind of interesting.
Are you like the round needles?
I do. I like it a lot because first of all, I'm not losing a needle. I can't tell you how many times I've had to go to Michael's and buy a new set of needles because I've lost one traveling.
Oh yeah, they're stuck together.
So I'm pretty excited. Economically, this is probably going to be much better for me in the long run.
Until you get to like the interchangeable needle sets, and then you just have like one head of a bunch.
Oh, it's so nice. So, how about you?
I am also working on a swatch. I am doing a test knit for Alicia Plummer. I'm not sure how much I can talk about, so that's all I'm going to say. But I am knitting up a swatch. It's undyed because I want to figure out exactly what yarn I want to use before I dye it up. But I'm currently doing a BFL DK and mohair and lace blend together, held double, and I'm really enjoying working with it. It's so soft, so soft.
I know that's the problem with this swatch is I keep rubbing it on my face, and I'm like, it's so soft.
It's so soft. I love it. Mm-hmm.
So obviously I'm learning a lot about swatches. What are your thoughts about the importance of swatches?
I think they're pretty important.
I was talking to my coworker about swatches actually a couple days ago, and she was mentioning that she got kind of lazy and she decided that she wasn't going to do it. But because of all the extra cabling she did in this gorgeous sweater, she showed me a picture, she ended up not being able to wear it. So she has this gorgeous, gorgeous sweater and she can't wear it.
Oh no, did she rip it all back out and redo it, or did she just like find a friend that was smaller?
Unfortunately, and now it's just sitting in her closets, being pretty and not being worn.
Oh no. Well, hopefully it finds a home. I don't know. That's sad.
Yeah, so that's why I'm definitely watching for my first sweater.
Yeah, definitely. Get off my mohair. No.
You might want to introduce Bella if she's going to be chatty.
Of course she's going to be chatty. It's Bella.
I know, but you might want to introduce because at first it sounds like a cranky child.
It's not. It's a cranky cat. This is Bella. She's a very talkative kitty who likes to play with my yarn when I knit. We love her, but
if you hear weird noises, chances are it's Bella.
Yeah, the kids are all asleep right now, which is why we do this at 9 o'clock at night. But yes, Bella has no qualms. So other works in progress. Do you want me to show off what I'm working on? Because like any good knitter, I have multiple projects.
Oh yes, please.
All right. So I am working on my swatch. I'm working on a sweater for a friend's daughter. Well, family friends. Their daughter is turning 5 in August, so I'm making her a sweater in my custom colorway. This colorway is called Riley in honor of Riley, who the sweater is for. And it's not really showing up on camera. It's a lot more fuchsia than purple, but you can kind of see it. There we go. That's a little better.
There you go.
The pixelated fuchsia look. It's got a little pocket, which is kind of janky. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put that out or.
It's so cute. I love the idea.
Yeah. So it's loosely based off of the Bochin, B-O-C-H-E-N sweater. I might be saying that wrong, and I don't remember who wrote it, but I'll link it, or I'll have it on the bottom of the screen. I'll put that in. So it's loosely based on that. I've edited it a bit, and I don't know if I can really call it that pattern anymore, but it's kind of based on that. Anyway, and that's
But I think with all good patterns, in some ways though, you have to change it a little bit to fit your needs.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And I'm knitting a size 6, and I'm currently on Sleeve Island because sleeves. I'm gonna have to force myself to keep working on it because it's just not so much fun when you get. I mean, some people out there might love sleeves, but I am not. I am not one of them. And then this is always fun. This is the Riley colorway all caked up. Again, it's just not. It's showing up a lot more purpley than it really is. It's very. It's probably about 50-50, maybe slightly more dominant on the pink, but it's just not showing up on the camera.
I just have to link the Etsy shop on the bottom.
Yeah, you. I'll link my store below, so you guys can go check out all of my yarns. My Instagram as well is a good place to see all my stuff, and I post shopping there if we can knit up. And yeah, so I'll link all of that below. What are you working on, Becca?
So this is my project. I started this at the beginning of quarantine and COVID. I really like working with this pattern. It's just a simple knit to purl to, and it looks deceptively difficult, but it's actually incredibly simple, and it's nice to just watch TV and sit and knit. And because it's this double, it's really, really warm. I like it too because it's really nice on both men and women. I did one in gray merino for my fiance who wears it all winter long.
That's awesome. Oh, I've seen that one. I've seen him wear that. I didn't know you knit that. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I haven't knit my husband anything yet. I'll probably have to remedy that. That's way better. All right, we're back. I've got lighting.
Yay,
Becca
lighting.
has audio and video.
That helps a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you guys tell this is our first one?
I got mohair in my nose. It's not COVID, I promise. Just mohair up my nose. All right, what were we talking about? We did swatching. Beverage time.
We were showing off our finished projects.
No. Where were we done? I had one more work in progress. I have one more work in progress.
Okay.
All right. I think we got the scarf. All right. The only one in a bag. My Life's Library bag. Also books. Books are the best. I need new book recommendations, by the way. This is a recent cast on because I didn't have anything else that I wanted to bring for just vanilla knitting in the car. So I'm doing a sock. I'm also also participating in summer sock camp with the Crazy Sock Lady, but it's July and that's as far as I've gotten. So I'm participating not very well. But this lives in the car. I brought it in just for this. But yeah, it basically just lives in the car, and that's what I knit when we drive around and have to run errands because I don't drive anymore because there's nowhere to go. So I just don't drive anymore. But anyway, that's my car socks. That's all my works in progress.
So I have a couple of book writing projects because like you have multiple knitting projects, I too have multiple book projects.
Of course, that's how it works.
So, instead of procrastinating working on the third Key to Time book, I'm working on other side projects for purely kicks and giggles because it's quarantine and I can. So, but so my update with that is trying to name new characters for the first time in years.
Fun. How's it going?
Not well. I mean, it's fun because you're doing a lot of research, and I can imagine, parents doing all this research for their children, and I'm feeling the same way because, the importance of name, and so you're doing all this research, and you hear a name you like, and I knew someone with that name. So
yeah.
That's been fun.
That's true. One of the pieces of advice we were given before our first child on how to name them is once you have your name, you need to shout it as loud as you can across your house. And do that a couple times and see if you still like the sound of it.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna have to try that.
Just yell it out. I mean, maybe it's more of a thing if you're actually having a child that you're going to have to yell. And I mean, when I say yell, like it's not always a bad thing. It's just like you're in one side of the house and they're in another side of the house and you need to transfer information across said house.
Exactly. That's fair. I might actually try this and see how it sounds and see how my poor fiance reacts to it.
Yeah.
Yelling someone else's name.
If he goes running for the hills, maybe pick a different name. Unless it's a scary character, in which case then it's perfect.
Then job well done.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So can you tell us anything about your new books, or it's all just mum's the word?
One is too early in the process, so I don't want to jinx it yet. The other one, the one that's going back and forth with the editor right now, it's kind of this fun idea of when you come of age, you go into a room, and the object you choose in this room will define the rest of your life, your whole future, by this one object.
So is it kind of like when you get to college and that first class list?
Exactly, except that you don't get to change your mind after your first year.
Dang it. Yeah, I may have changed my mind a couple of times, and now I'm not using either of my degrees, so.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Either of my majors. I guess it was 1 degree, dos majors. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I'd be lying if I didn't say I had a copy of one of them.
Yes, Helen gets to be one of my lucky test readers for just about everything.
Yeah. It's a benefit of being the author's friend. So
which is why I get
everyone out there on the interwebs, become the friend of an author and you get advanced reading on all the books. It's a great way to live life. I highly recommend it.
As do I for people who dye their own yarn, so that you get to have beautiful, gorgeous yarn and get to play with it first.
Yes. The first one to touch any of my Quincy yarn, which is based off of your character, actually, because it was kind of made for you. Yes.
I love it.
Benefit. You get yarn made especially for you based off of your characters.
I love it. It's kind of perfect. And I mean, not only that, but it's my favorite color and it's perfect. So.
And you look gorgeous in it, if I do say so myself.
Thank you very much. And
you want to tell us about Key to Time, since we're on the topic?
Yes, my babies. Yay. So I started writing the first book when I was 16 years old. I am no longer 16 by any means. It's been a while. Here are the 2 books. Yay. Second book came out a week before quarantine, which meant
Poor-
my
poor
book release party and my book signings were all canceled.
Well, maybe we could do actually, I haven't run this by you, but if people want, we could do like a virtual book signing where you get some books and comment down below,
Ooh.
people, if you want a virtual book signing of Becca's book and write a comment and she can sign it to you on video and then send you out your book.
Oh, we could definitely do that.
That would be fun.
All right, we'll have
Not
to
quite
plan
the
something.
same as in person, but like you can't do anything in person. Everything
know.
has to be Zoom, so might as well,
Well,
right?
this is why we're doing this instead of doing this, together in person.
Yeah. Hopefully someday this podcast will move to us sitting next to each other in a room and drinking the same beverage and being less
Cheers to that.
apart. But for now, like everyone else, we Zoom
It's the best we can do right now.
and drink coffee at 9:00 at night.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
Yeah, we roll. All right.
All right, what do we have?
It's The Key to Time is the series. The first book is.
So the first book is The Key to Time. It's about a young girl who finds herself inheriting a key that is part of a set of keys that she needs in order to open this door. And in order to do this, she's going to have to travel backwards and forwards and sideways in time with the help of a very, very cranky raven.
I love the cranky raven. He's my favorite. He's your favorite too, though.
I do love the cranky raven. He's pretty great. And so the second book has brought a lot of fun stuff with alternate reality stuff and more cranky ravens.
Just the one, right? I don't remember a second cranky raven.
Except I can't say that because that's a spoiler.
No, never mind.
So yeah, so I should be researching the third book, but I'm not. So we'll get there eventually.
That's okay. We can pretend the second book gets to come out again eventually, and
yeah, I would definitely love it to have a second life, but we'll see what happens when we can meet again.
Yeah. Well, and hopefully if we can get this virtual book signing, that could be fun too. Give it some love that it deserves, because it deserves some love, and it has got the short end of the stick like every other birth and birthday and major life event that has happened during this
in 2020
period.
So. Yeah, it's been a year for that.
Yeah. I'm over it, but as we all are.
Oh yeah. Love to get married someday. That would be great too.
Yeah, your wedding. She was supposed to get married what date? March what? Or
April 20th.
April 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we'll get there. Well, it's going to be a great story to tell the future potential children.
Yes. And with their mother, the storyteller, I'm sure it will be even better.
Yeah.
And add some pizzazz.
Absolutely.
Add some pizzazz.
So are there any colors or anything that you want to try next for dyeing?
I don't know about next, but I can show you what I have. Assuming I can come up with a name for one of the colors. I haven't quite figured it out yet. So I have two new colors. This one, grab the skein of it. So I spent a long time trying to figure out if I liked it or not, and I either loved it or I didn't really like it. But once I knit it up, I loved it. It's all the colors of a walk in like a nice dark forest. Got the green, some pale green, some lighter browns, darker browns, oranges. It's like the perfect fall palette. I love it.
What's the name of your favorite forest?
I don't know that I have a favorite forest.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a real forest.
That's true. I was gonna name it Deku Tree, but it's not quite right. Actually, I mean the color. If you remember the old game, if you go into the Deku tree, like it's actually all those colors. But everyone I've talked to thinks about the outside, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's quite the way I want to go with it, but we might have to pull out Zelda and find something different.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's almost a Mirkwood color.
Ooh, yeah. That could be
I
good.
wanted to do some fun Lord of the Ring inspired yarn.
That could be fun. But yeah, doesn't it just like remind you of a like deep dark forest path?
It does. It's definitely something you would want to wear on a nice crisp forest walk.
And some color work with like a bright orange or something. Or my other color that I have coming out is this one.
Oh.
This is actually the color I'm planning to knit my test knit sweater on. It's
Well, that'll be pretty.
yeah, and they go so well together. Look at that.
Yeah, those look nice.
Brown and the green. So this will be up. And my new base, I'm slightly BFL obsessed right now. I got a new fingering weight BFL, 100% superwash BFL base. So that's what this one is, to go with my DK Merino, worsted Merino. And I just got a DK BFL, which is what I'm doing my test knit on. I don't have it up in the shop yet. I want to dye a little bit and play a little bit with it first, but hopefully that'll go up soon. So we'll have some more options for that as well, because BFL is wonderful.
Well, and I'm sure you'll post some fun pictures of your progress on your Instagram, and
oh yes,
everybody can salivate.
Yes. And I try to do, I'm trying to knit with most of my colorways, at least little swatches, so you get a really good idea. I mean, the skeins are beautiful and you can kind of see the different colors, but it doesn't really give you a good idea of what it's going to look like knit up. So I'll work on that.
No, that's a really good idea because it gives everybody an idea of what it looked like. And I like how some of the smaller boutique stores do that as well, because then you can see what it's going to look like against your skin type. If you're like me and have just a strange mix of skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's super helpful to really get an idea of what colors are dominating and how they play together. The forest one, I posted a picture of on my Instagram today, and so it looks really nice. I really loved it knit up. That was kind of the kicker for me of whether I loved it or not, and I do. I love it. So, oh Bella, you're taking my yarn into the cat den. So that leads us to the final segment of random other stuff. I don't know. Trying to think if there's anything else going on in the world. How was your 4th of July? That just happened.
Oh yeah, I broke quarantine to help my aged grandmother move. So that was
That's
my 4th
important.
of July. Well, I mean, and we left our house, so, but she
We're allowed
needed
to leave our
do it.
houses now.
Yeah, we're in a little bit more of a rough county than you are, so we've been
Well,
hit a
aren't
little
you
bit
on
harder.
stage like 2 now? I thought you got, or stage 1.
No, we're in stage 1, but we're not allowed to move out of it because we've been bad. So.
Well, our numbers are going up too, but they're still, compared to what they were, they're bad, but they're still not bad. I think last I checked, we had 1 person in the hospital in my county. So
Yeah, no, you guys are doing great, but
yeah.
So that was my 4th of July. How about you?
Mine was fun. We ended up going to the coast in our trailer because the trailer is like the ultimate social distancing getaway.
It's so nice.
Yeah. So just spent it over at the coast, watched some fireworks, ate way too much food. Yeah,
nice.
there was. I'm terrible when I go camping. I'm a really healthy eater at home. I don't buy a bunch of crap. But then the moment it's like, let's pack the trailer, I'm like, well, we need 3 bags of chips and chocolate and marshmallows and candy and like
That's
how
like
can we leave
camping.
the house without all of this stuff that we never ever eat at home. So I get
It's camping.
it's camping, but then I always come back feeling gross. Not even, I don't know if gross is the right word. I always come back feeling almost ill.
Oh no.
Yeah. And feeling ill these days is just scary because if you look up the symptoms of coronavirus, it's like absolutely every symptom of everything
Yep.
known to mankind.
Yep. Yep. It really is. I'm like, do I have seasonal allergies? Do I have a summer cold, or do I have COVID?
Yeah. It's like my stomach hurts. Am I gonna like, is this it, or am I okay, or what's going on?
Oh yeah. That's definitely the fun of that. And
Yeah.
trying to get into a doctor and they ask you, do you have all these things? And you're like, well, I usually have quite a few of those symptoms, but I know they have nothing to do with COVID.
Well, we live in grassland.
That's
Oregon,
true.
folks. It's beautiful, it's wonderful. Come visit us, not during COVID. It's
No, please
wonderful
don't.
here, but the allergies, the allergies are horrible. If you're allergic to anything that grows or pollinates, because we have lots of green here, of all kinds, really. But anyway, we should probably wrap it up before we blather on forever and ever, because
That's fair.
we have a tendency to do that.
Yeah, we're very good at that.
We are really good at that. And the fine people of the internet don't want to listen to us do that, I'm sure. So thank you for joining us for the first Be It Rough episode of Quills and Needles. It was fun. We enjoyed this a lot. I don't know when the next one will be. We'll see. Hopefully soon, maybe a week or two.
Sounds good.
So we'll give it a try. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.